Hello, welcome back to the month in review for August for Evil Pig Productions. I am Jonathan Moore, the lead game designer.
I'm Megan Slade, the lead artist.
I'm Natalie Thompson, the lead programmer.
Yes, we actually have Natalie back after quite some time. So we've been working on quite a few things. Megan, I believe, has been doing the most out of all of us.
I'm still doing the most out of everyone.
Yes, she's been focused on doing a whole lot of animations, if you want to go ahead and talk about that.
So I finished the fighter, and then I set up a bunch of... Well, made him into a sprite sheet, and then I set up some stuff for Natalie, so she could take the animations that I've done so far and put them in the game. And I made a bunch of GIFs so she could reference them. And then I started on the heavy, and the heavy is like a bigger enemy, and so
Much
he's got
bigger.
so he's got a bunch of moving parts, and I was kind of took this as an opportunity to work on animation stuff more. Like I was practicing squashing and stretching, and I can't remember what it's called, but I remember my teachers in my animation class talking about like a kind of second action movement for animation, where it's like you have one character doing one action, but also at the same time they'll have like their hand gesturing or something as like another action. So I was doing that with the heavy. Yeah. So like for his idle animation, he's like bouncing kind of in the circle thing, like he's idling in this like his little tank thing's going in a circle, and his hand was moving, like stretching out, or the claw anyway. And he's also got a little like antenna thing, because he's like an anglerfish. Yeah, he's based off an anglerfish, so that's bouncing around. Overall, I really like how the animations came out for the heavy.
Yeah, they look fantastic.
Yeah, so the walking animation is pretty cool, and I got to do like squashing and stretching with him, like kind of bouncing up and down, and like I really love the punching animation.
Yeah, I was about to say the punching animation is really nice, because I see that you did the old Mario punch where his fist kind of gets bigger.
Yeah, and then I did a little bit of smearing on his fist, like his claw. It's a claw, basically. And so I had some like streaking lines on his fist. And I haven't really done any smearing before, so it's like a little bit of practice, not like a lot, but just a little bit of practice on that. And I had this frame hold for a little bit. That way, I feel like as a player, you can see like, oh, he's gonna punch, and then you can move out of the way before he does it.
And also, I think it gives more weight to the punch.
So
my favorite with the squash and stretch that you did though was with the
heavy
pig.
Yeah. So the heavy pig is the heavy, but he's kind of like taken over by the mind pig. They mutated, right?
And it's originally kind of inspired off of the Flood from Halo.
Yeah.
Mainly with the tendrils and the fleshy bits that are over the actual creature that's taking over.
I kind of think of The Last of Us, because, like that.
With like the fungi.
Yeah, but it's obviously not a fungi. It's
it's
like another creature, and that's one of the enemies in the game. So with that one, because the heavy has this little like water pool that's sitting in, I didn't really do any animations with that. But in the heavy pig version, it's like the water just kind of like is an orb over him, and so it's like jiggling and bouncing a lot, and it's dragging more. So like with the walkie animation, you have your like your high point, and then your low point, and then kind of like the middle point. So when it's at the highest point, it's still kind of dragging up, and then when it goes down a little bit at a middle point, it's at its peak, and then when it goes down to the bottom, it drags more compared to the other parts of it.
Alright, so that was mainly all the stuff that you did for animations. I remember that you did something else.
I did the aiming stuff.
Yeah, the aiming for a lot of the enemies, including, well, you already did the...
I finished the fighter with the aiming and the running animations. I really don't like aiming animations. The fighter is pretty boring. He just points. He doesn't like doing any kind of movement. But because I like the heavy so much, I did a little animation for him when he's aiming and he's shooting. He like his whole mech kind of jiggles, and he's like laughing while he's shooting.
Yeah, I thought that was really funny whenever you had the whole laughter. It adds a whole lot of personality to the heavy, I think.
Yeah.
It makes it so that you see, I don't know what kind of personality it is. I guess he likes fighting.
Yeah, he's a little bit evil. That's what I was thinking, because he's enjoying, hurting you.
Yeah, definitely. So going from that, Natalie, you've actually taken on a new role as the lead programmer. You're no longer just the graphic design artist. You're actually focusing on that more now.
Yes, I am. It's because the previous programmer you guys had life issues, right?
Yeah,
And
he had too much stuff going on.
so I'm in the process of looking at all of his files that he's already done, and it's a mess, you guys. Like, I don't know what they did when they were putting this thing together,
Well,
but
we like when we first started doing this, we didn't know much. And so we were inexperienced, but now we know better.
Yeah, now I know actually how to put things together.
yeah, so I've been in the process of redoing this stuff. They have all the sprites, but they're all disorganized, so I have to make them into a bunch of sprite sheets that go along with the level that we're currently on.
All the like ground spray or like tiles, I guess.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
ground
The
tiles.
terrain tiles and stuff.
Yeah.
All the names for them, they're all mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all like, and they abbreviated things really weird. Like, it doesn't even match the titles. Like, it'll be like left side slope down, and it'll be those same letters, but it'll be in the wrong order, and I have to stare at it for a while. Like, what does this mean? But I'm getting there. Yeah, so I went over to their house to work, and Megan was sick.
I was really sick.
And she didn't tell me. So, so I just showed up, and then I came home and I got sick for a week.
And that
No,
was,
it's weird because none of the men we were in contact with got sick, but all the women did.
that's that type of sickness.
It's
It's
the immunity
sexist.
thing. Yeah. But, and then my laptop charger got eaten by my dog. So, but before my laptop completely died, I moved all the files onto my desktop. So we're not out of luck, guys. We're still in this.
But
But now the tiles aren't where they're supposed to be. They like, yeah, they look really weird now, and I'm figuring it out.
A lot of weird stuff going on
Yeah.
with programming.
yeah, so we've had quite a few problems with the programming
Bumps in
side.
the road.
There's a few bumps in the road, but we'll get back to where we need to go.
No.
Get back on track.
Programming's a lot of fun, guys. So it'll get there.
Megan could never do programming.
I've never tried.
True, you've never tried, but I don't know. Just knowing you, I don't think that you could do it.
I think it's more fun than the graphic design part.
Really?
So, yeah.
Well, at least you're enjoying it.
Yeah, at least you're enjoying it. That's always a good thing.
What I hear is people like this probably isn't completely true because there are people who do like make games all on their own. They do the programming and art and the game design, all of it, on their own. But what I've heard is usually programmers and artists don't get along because they just see things differently, and it's like if you have them trade spots, like have the programmer do art or have the artist do the programming. It's like ugh.
I used to work in college with a couple programmers, and they just didn't have any sense of design. That's their only problem.
Well, they're so focused on making things more efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the aesthetics of it, but...
But I have both, so we're good.
So you like aesthetics and efficiency.
Yeah.
There you
that's-
go. You're like that rare in between that can do all of it.
Honestly, that just sounds like a graphic designer. So yeah, we were working on that. I've continued working on special effects and music. I've kind of taken, I guess, a break from, though I do need to finish that a lot. There's a lot of different music that I need to still work on, mainly the boss themes.
Yeah. Have you
Yes.
done any boss themes?
No, I have not yet. I've thought about a few and started to think what kind of sounds they would need to have, but I haven't actually worked on them.
I know that Dylan did make a sound file for a part of the game, but he wasn't sure about it. I don't think he showed you guys it yet, but if you ask him about it maybe later today, he'd probably show you what he came up with, and you guys could talk and see if it's any good or matches the game at all.
Yeah, we'll need to listen to that.
Yeah, and then Dylan can be in the next podcast.
Yeah. We haven't had him on. That would be fun to have him actually talk about some of the stuff that he does. Because most of the time he's just in the background, silent, doing things, staring at
He
birds.
just edits the sound.
Yeah. He's our sound guy, in case you guys don't remember who Dylan is.
We've talked about him before.
Yeah.
Yep. Sound guy and animal tracker.
We have a bird and cat and dog in the room with us currently. You might hear the bird a little bit in the podcast.
But
Maybe.
the cat is currently trying to climb the bird cage. So
Anyways,
it's distracting
away
us.
from that. I mean, I guess this is the behind the scenes for the cats in Feline Frontier. The cats in Feline Frontier also like birds.
Do you think whenever, like, on their home planet, if they see a bird, their eyes get all big and there's like, a bird, and then they all try to go after it in like a big group?
Oh yeah,
That'd
definitely.
be so cute.
I
Very
think
distracting. I just imagine they're at work or at school and they're like see a bird out the window like,
We should make distracting birds in the game, where if a bird comes on the screen, they have to turn around, or else they have to run towards
there would be
them.
no birds on the meow.
those little manta bats.
Yeah, I guess those things, but they're not gonna know.
Yeah,
They'd be cute. Also annoying if you're playing the
that'd be
game.
really annoying.
I mean, there are different effects, the status effects that happen if one of your crew members die. So based off of what crew member dies, there's something that will happen to your character, the character
Yeah,
that you're
but
playing
it's not
as.
like that.
It's not like that. It's other things, like if their main character, not main character, Tom, the captain, if he dies, there's a chance that your cat that you're playing as has a breakdown for 2 seconds
Oh,
and
really?
doesn't follow any commands.
That's cool.
So,
I like that.
yeah, but then for everyone else, there's different things. Like for Lucy, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
I believe it's Lucy. If she dies, the map goes away. You can no longer see the map. But she was the cartographer.
Like the mini map or the
Mhm.
whole map?
The entire
oh.
map. You'll no longer be able to see the map after that. If Callie dies, then that means you can no longer see her HP anymore.
That'd be difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess
Yeah.
as long as there's indicators, though, like low health indicators.
Yeah,
other
it's
than-
mainly the sound effect
Yeah.
that will play whenever you have low health.
See, I need a list of all this stuff.
Maybe there should be a visual one for people that, you know, either
Yeah, there
have to
should be
turn
a
off the
visual one.
volume.
I
Like
was
a
gonna
red,
say
Can't
more
hear
than
a
likely it's
pulse.
gonna have a red pulse
Yeah.
on the character as well. So
because we can't all play with audio on.
yeah,
you
we
know.
all have different needs.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that.
I recently watched a video about accessibility in video games, and
It's important.
it really fascinated me. I liked it. I really liked that video, and I tried to find more, but it was a little bit difficult because a lot of people just took accessibility and turned it into making the game easy
Yeah.
instead of challenging. So
Which is not accessibility. That's
Yeah.
just making the game
accessibility
easier.
is trying to make, you know, like compensate for people who are colorblind and can't see certain colors, and like
Yeah.
having options for that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
That kind of thing. And it's really important in games.
Mhm.
I think that everyone deserves to actually enjoy games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I've been working on, and basically what everyone else has been working on. I know for next month I'm going to be probably looking more into making the themes for the game, and probably working with Dylan more to
For-
make music.
I'm hoping to
The-
have the first level done. Like, all put together with all the sprite sheets, walkable. I don't know about enemies. I don't know if there are enemies in the first level or which ones go there. I haven't talked
I'll
about
give
it.
you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all in the design document. and
Okay.
everything.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping you can test out just the cat animations. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's still a wireframe right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try and get the cat in there with the animations and
Our
like
old
the
programmer never
select
fixed
screen. I'll try and get all the like the start screen, the pick your character screen, and the first level done. That's what
Yeah,
I'll
that would
try.
be nice.
Yeah.
In fact, maybe even one of the future podcasts will just record starting the game and everything. And
Yeah.
That'd be pretty nice.
Mhm.
That'd be
Or one of the
interesting.
sneak peeks can just be like some
Us
actual
playing
game
it,
footage.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. And that'll be coming
Or
in
behind the scenes. Or
maybe in the near future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if not next month, then month after maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get you that new laptop charger.
Yeah, I need to get that. Which,
Yeah, so that you can start working again.
It's just $50, by the way.
It's just $50.
It's pretty expensive for a laptop charger, but okay.
It's a laptop charger.
I don't know.
I mean, some of the chargers for phones, they're like $35, $45.
That's expensive. Maybe I'm from the old days where things were cheaper.
And there was a charger for every phone that was different.
Yeah.
Every single phone had a different charger. God. Oh,
Now
that
they
was
need to
awful.
fix that with laptops, so all laptops have the same charger.
That'd be nice.
At least the
Mhm.
same port, you know.
They kind of do that with all the Surface laptops, which is what I have. So.
Yeah. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
They're trying to go for a universal charger.
Mhm.
But I believe that's
Well, I did, the hot springs underwater background.
yeah. We had a little sneak peek for that one.
Yeah. Yeah, when I did the hot springs the first time, Jonathan was like, "What about the underwater version?" I'm like, "What?" And so I did the, underwater version for this month.
Yeah, because the hot springs isn't just going to be you above water.
Yeah.
It's called the hot springs for a reason.
Yeah, I keep looking at the backgrounds, and I see, like the city one or like the factory one. I'm just like, I'm procrastinating on those because if you've heard the other podcasts where I worked on Primus Star, I hate city backgrounds and I hate doing them.
I mean, the city should be relatively
What
easy.
part don't you like? Just drawing it out?
I don't like drawing technical things. I
'Cause-
like drawing organic things. Like drawing robots is hard. I don't like doing it. I don't like
Okay.
drawing machines. I guess some of the robots for Feline Frontier are okay. Maybe since it's pixel art. I don't know. My mind just looks at it differently because it's pixel art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you
it's
really
less,
like pixel art.
It has to be like
Pixel
less
art's more,
detailed, yeah.
it's more blocky. So
Yeah.
to begin with.
Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily say it's easier to do, but I feel like it's
I feel like you have to have a mindset for pixel art because if I
Yeah.
tried to do it, I feel like it wouldn't be that great. I don't know. I don't think I have a mindset for pixel art.
Well, I remember when I first did pixel art, I remember getting really frustrated that I couldn't put as much detail into it, and now I'm happy that I can't because it's like
Makes sense.
animations are a lot easier that way. But then I first did the design for the heavy, and my god, it was so detailed, and it was also big. Like I made the file too big, and then I looked at it again after I learned about like the power of 2 and files or like the sizes, and I was like, okay, and I had to redo it and make it smaller.
Makes sense.
So yeah, I had to like change my mindset because before, I just did on pencil, paper, that kind of stuff.
I noticed that too when I was doing the programming part this time. I was making the sprite sheets and I wasn't really paying too much attention to how big the sprite sheets were. And I put it in and I like got a warning error that it wasn't in the power of 2 and I had to go back in and make
Yeah.
it.
yeah. So for the spread yeah, you were doing spreadsheets for all the tiles, which I was still confused about. Why spreadsheets for the tile exactly?
To keep them all organized because right now you have them in like a list of like there's a lot of tiles. You have
Yeah.
like 1,000 tiles or something in
More
there.
than 1,000.
Yeah. And so I need to go in and just put the tiles that belong together so it's easier to find.
Mm.
That's
Okay.
pretty much the reason.
Okay, I got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I feel like it just makes it easier to be all in one sprite sheet than for you to just have it individual.
One thing that I would like to talk about as well before we end the podcast was I revealed the map for the entire world in some of the old sneak peeks, and I started to think about it a little bit. It's a Metroidvania game, and Metroidvania games are mainly built around discovery and exploration. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, well, I revealed everything to you.
Well,
guys.
that's just like you keep trying to reveal the endings too. You're just too excited, and I just gotta be like, calm down.
Yeah. So
Can't keep a secret.
I mean, at least it's you don't know how exactly. Maybe you do actually know how to exactly to get to those places.
Well, I mean, not everyone can see the map.
most
Some
mo-
people are gonna get the game and they're not
yeah,
gonna see it.
most
True.
people who get games like this, they buy booklets that give them like the walkthrough of the game, and
Or
that's
they
all
just
that
look up
is.
online.
Yeah, or they look it
Yeah.
up online. So if people don't want to try or discover things, they might just want to know where should I go, and they'll just use that.
Yeah.
Some people aren't
Yeah.
into the whole,
and plus,
ooh,
people that
discover
have seen the
things.
sneak peek, they could have just ignored it, I guess.
They probably forgot it. They
Yeah,
don't.
it's a really detailed map. I'm like working with it a lot, and I'm like, man, this map is complicated.
It's a big map. It's really big.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now I don't feel as bad.
Yeah. Now you'll just have to keep feeling bad every time you try to bring up an ending.
I will not bring up an ending. I already know that.
Especially for our future games. You can't bring up endings for our future games. You can't say how many endings there are either.
Yeah, it should be
Why
a
not?
surprise.
It should be a surprise.
Okay, then fine then. There are an in amount of endings then.
You can just be like, there's more than one.
Yeah,
maybe.
just tell people there are more than one because that's something to get excited about when you play a game.
Yeah.
Like, oh, cool, I want to see the multiple endings.
Yeah, because then you beat it the first time and you're just like, oh, there's more than one. Then you'll go back and replay it.
All right. Well, I believe that would be everything then that I wanted to talk about. I think that's everything that you've worked on for this month, right, Megan?
Yeah.
And Natalie, you've already talked about your trials and tribulations with the programming
Yeah.
and your computer going.
Next month should be smoother.
Yeah, and then next time you come over, I won't get you sick.
Yeah, I hope not.
We can
you should
only
at
hope.
least tell me if you're sick when I'm coming.
But then you might not come over.
If you do come over and she's still sick, just wear a medical mask.
That won't help.
I mean, wear a bubble suit.
There you
Oh,
go.
okay. Where am I gonna get that? Are you providing it?
We'll put it out in front of the house before you walk in.
I'll be like, oh gosh, you didn't tell me she's sick again.
All right.
Be outside with a note on it. Natalie, put this on.
Put this on, please, so that you don't get sick. All right. Well, this has been the month in review for August. I have been Jonathan Moore, the lead game designer.
I'm Megan Slay, the lead artist.
I'm Natalie Thompson, the lead programmer. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to think about that a little bit. It's
Not
new.
graphic designer anymore. Well, I guess you still kind of are.
Yeah, I mean you're wearing two hats
And
now.
graphic designer.
There we go. And we will see you next time in the month in review for September. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.